Welcome to Wellness Wednesday. Wellness Wednesday.
Oh, I
Wellness
thought you were
Wednesday.
saying the number. Okay, I don't know how
it's
many
W,
weeks we've
W.
been doing that, but
Wellness Wednesday.
episode will be on the captions.
Yes.
Anyway, I'm Daniel. Here we have
I'm Jamie.
Jamie.
Yeah.
Let's talk about fats today.
Why not?
What are good fats?
Fats that aren't bad.
Okay, what are bad fats?
Yes. Yeah. So what are bad fats?
Bad fats, the worst of all would be trans fats. But
Why?
I prefer to talk about good fats first.
Okay.
So let's be positive and
What's good fats?
reinforce the good habits that we should have.
Okay.
So the better strategy usually when you're trying to build a strategy and start changing your actions. Good fats in general would be unsaturated fats, polyunsaturated, omega-3, stuff that everybody has heard about.
Do you have some examples of what fats would have that?
Okay.
Like, what are those?
Let's think about all the plants. Let's think about nuts,
Yep.
seeds. Those are rich in fats, in good fats. Then we have all the grains, and pretty much all plants will carry a little bit of fat.
Yep.
And those are
Pretty much.
usually mostly unsaturated. Avocados. So the ones that are really rich would be nuts, seeds, avocados, olives. Olives are good. And some plants will have some saturated fats. Usually we think of coconut, right?
Coconut, yes.
Yeah, saturated
This is
fats.
the biggest. Yeah.
So let's start by clarifying that all those fats are essential in moderation. So we need some saturated fats too.
Definitely
And
need
we
fats.
need a lot of unsaturated fats, polyunsaturated, omega-3.
Now, what do good fats do for the body?
Okay, they will help you with your hormonal health. Yeah,
That would probably be the
very,
biggest thing.
very important. Brain health.
Insulation as well.
Insulation?
Yeah.
Body fat. Body fat. Yes. So it's a source of energy as well. It'll be mostly using carbs for energy, but fats will also be a source of energy.
Yep. Stored fats. Yeah.
So from this document that you may have seen, we talked about it by email and Facebook post, and you can just reply here, ask for your Good Fats 101
Copy.
PDF, and we will send you a copy. We have avocados, olive oil, olives, nuts, almonds, cashews, peanuts, nut butters. So a lot of everything here is plant-based.
Yes.
So benefits would be to lower your bad cholesterol, so the LDL, low density, will help raise your good cholesterol, the high density HDL, yes. Will help you, it even helps you support your that weight management.
Yep.
The right amount and the good kinds. Polyunsaturated fats include omega-3, omega-6. So omega-6 also is good. We focus a lot on omega-3. Omega-6 is also good, but again, it's just how much we consume because it's everywhere, right? Omega-6 pretty much everywhere. All the processed foods have omega-6.
Yep.
So we end up not having the good balance. A lot more omega-6 than 3, and we need more 3 to 6.
Yep.
And from here we also have, then going to the animal foods here, fatty fish, salmon, sardines, trout, and then more seeds and more sunflower, walnuts, sesame seeds, soybeans.
Yeah, and then having those again, their natural form as well. So seeds, eating them as flax seeds or sunflower seeds, like eating the actual seeds.
Yes, so all those seeds will be great if you eat them whole.
Yep.
Now we have a
Or
problem
milk.
when it comes to oils.
Yes.
So
You all have probably heard of seed oils, and
yes.
and seed oils are bad for you. But then how can the natural thing be good for you and then the oil not be good for you?
Okay,
How
a
does that make sense?
lot of the foods that we buy when they come in a package, they have been processed, highly processed, ultra processed. And those refined oils, of course, they increase production a lot from those seeds. So first you have to heat those seeds to extract more oil from them. And sometimes it's high heat, right?
Yeah.
So too much to the point that it saturates the oil, or even modify the structure of the oil, that it could cause some diseases, the risk of disease, increase the risk of diseases.
Yeah.
Then
Carcinogens, yeah.
carcinogens,
Yes.
yeah, that could be one of the effects of that processing, because also there's solvents. Yeah. I apologize here, I'm not sure about the word, but I think it's solvent.
Solvents, yeah.
That are added to that process to be able to extract more oil. So that gets
Like
mixed.
acids and
It gets mixed
Enzymes.
into the oil, and then it has to go through a new process to remove that solvent from the oil. Right? So in the end, you have more like a chemical product that's a bit closer to mechanical oil
yes.
than real food.
Yeah, if you ever want to just look this up, there is a video of how canola oil is made. Watch that. Canola oil was originally made actually for cars as an actual car oil. And then they said, hey,
What's that
people
called
should
also?
eat those.
Safflower?
Safflower?
Canola, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it comes from the flour, yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that's actually made from a flour which was used in cars before, and now people are eating it. So you shouldn't eat canola oil or seed oils because of that process, right? Like you're increasing the amount of carcinogens and things that can trigger diseases or that can trigger cancers within the body. Again, it doesn't necessarily mean that you will, but those, when you're eating them, they can change, like give you like free radicals and stuff in your body where, again, can just change the structure of you, right? So keeping things as natural as you can, having seeds from a natural form is way better than, say, having any seed oils and stuff that are highly processed, right? So what oils are good to have?
Good.
Right?
Okay.
Avocado oil is very good, and it's a very good cooking oil as well, just because it's very natural. You just heat up a little, like you just little bit of a heat up of the actual avocado to make avocado oil. You can even do that at home if you just put avocado in a pot or something. You heat it up a little bit, it's going to turn into oil, like the actual thing. So there's very minimal process within that. It doesn't bring it up to really high temperatures. And then in that as well, it's really good for cooking because, again, the high temperature, like I think it's up to 550 degrees Fahrenheit, which is very, very, very high.
Yeah.
Where olive oils is very, very natural. Cold pressed olive oil is very good. That would be more for, say, like putting it on something cold, like a salad or something.
Yeah. Raw is better. Yes.
Yeah, because the burn point of olive oil is about 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 300. It's around that point where you're pretty much cooking anything, especially in the oven and stuff, unless you're maybe doing some baking or something where it's maybe a little bit lower for a long period of time. Normally, you're going to get to the burn point of olive oil, which you don't want to get to the burn point of things, because that's what causes carcinogens sometimes as well. So avocado oil would be the best cooking oil. Olive oil is the best kind of oil to put on things because it has that nice flavor to it.
So from the good stuff here, we have all the olives, nuts and seeds.
Yes.
And then the avocados, and then comes products that come from those plants like olive oil, avocado oil, any other nuts or seed oils that are not refined.
Mm-hmm.
And we also have the butters. Then comes the peanut butter or almond butter. So for all those products, we have the good and the bad options, or the better and worse options. So all those oils that we mentioned, olive oil and avocado oil, can come refined. And you have to look at the label. Stuff like this is extra virgin, 100% extra virgin olive oil. If you don't pay attention, you're gonna end up buying one that is refined olive oil. So that's very similar to the
Yes.
the
So
seed
refined
oils.
olive oil. Yeah, a lot of time, the amount of olive oil that is out there on the market, it's impossible to make that much olive oil. That's actually in grocery stores and stuff. So what they'll do sometimes is the cheaper stuff, they'll add in other oils like a seed oil or canola oil to filter it out or just to make it more quantity, right? So you always really want to make sure that you're reading the back of
and even though they could just say it's 100% cold pressed extra virgin olive oil, but it could be heated, it could be
cold
just
press
to
is the best,
stretch those batches. So
And
do
then
some
also
research
too, for nuts as well, just because you mentioned for good nuts, roasted nuts. A lot of the time they'll roast the nuts and they add in oil on top of or like the dry roasted nuts. They add in oil on top to speed up the process of actual roasting it, right? So then you're having the oil from the nut itself, and then you'll have added oil like canola oil or seed oil or something. Very common would be like sunflower seed oil. They add that to there just to, again, speed up the actual process of the roasting. So what's the best, that in that case, it tastes way better as well, is to get raw, just get like raw cashews, raw peanuts, raw whatever that you want, even mixed nuts. And then you put them in, and you put them in a pan or something. Like if you roasted those for 2 minutes on high or 2 minutes on medium, 2 to 5 minutes, you can roast the nuts yourself, and then you'll use the natural oils that are in the nut and let that cool down a little bit, and that'll be
That quick?
yeah 5 minutes.
I remember doing peanuts, whole peanuts with
Yeah,
that
peanuts is a
peel,
little
with
bit-
that
yeah.
peel. I remember it being, I don't remember how
If you
long,
take it
but
off
it's
the peel.
long. Yeah.
So if you
Okay.
take it, like peanuts
Yeah,
is a little bit longer
really
because
good.
you're in the shell. But for instance, like cashews, I do that a lot, where it's like 2 to 5 minutes, you just roast them, and then they'll,
It's a quick process.
yeah, it's a very, very quick process, because the oil, once you heat the oil up a little bit, then that oil roasts itself, right? Because nuts are full of oil.
Yeah.
It doesn't make
Naturally.
sense to throw oil on top of oil. It just,
Yeah.
So just make sure if you're getting dried roasted nuts, just look on the back, because a lot of the time they'll add in oil, so you're just getting extra calories for no reason, and extra fat for, again, no reason, because it has fat in it. So just make sure that you look at the back that doesn't have any added oils to it. If it does, look to the left or the right. You're going to find some raw nuts. Grab those, roast them yourselves. And again, it doesn't take that long, right? You could literally pop them in the oven, put a timer on, and then you're done.
Perfect. Well, so I was trying in the beginning. I mentioned we want to focus on good things to do, good habits to have first. So they will be the nuts and seeds and the nut butter and oils. And in all those cases, you could find those modified. Still, you're trying to do well. You're looking for your nuts, and they might be roasted with other oils. Looking for good oils like this, and they might be refined. They're looking for peanut butter, and they may come with
Salt,
sugar and salt and
Other oils too.
hydrogenated fat, which would be trans fats. And then I think it's worth talking a little bit about also the things to avoid now, right?
Yeah.
Let's go quickly here over. And one of those would be the trans.
Yes. So for
fats.
instance, if I'm going to get butter, so what's a good alternative other than butter?
Alternative to butter, not the margarine.
Yeah, don't get margarine. What you can do is you can mash up avocado instead, or again having a nut butter, right, like a peanut butter or those type of things. Another thing is actually very good that I thought about the other day was, if you were to put olive oil, like extra virgin olive oil here, if you put that in like a little cup or something, or even by itself, but put it in a little cup that you could spread out, and you put that in the fridge, it actually solidifies when it's cold, right? So it's kind of like butter. When you put butter on the counter, it solidifies. When you put olive oil, it has to be natural olive oil, in the fridge, it solidifies to a point where it's almost like a little bit of a softer butter, right? And then you could use that, and you could spread that on toast exactly as you would butter. So until it gets up to room temperature, and then it will turn into olive oil. But while you're spreading it and eating it, it'll stay pretty much solidified until again you eat it. So I know a lot of people, they like the quality of the butter where you spread it onto a piece of toast, and then it kind of like melts onto the warm toast. You could do the same thing with olive oil, is you just keep it in the fridge, and then you just take it out while it's cold. It's pretty much just like.
I've never tried that,
Yeah.
but I will.
It's pretty cool, yeah.
Yes. Or any other types of cream. Sometimes you don't need that. Butter is, I think, 80% fat.
Yeah, 85, yeah.
Yeah, usually has salt, so it tastes good. Yeah, it's palatable. You can try other types of heavy creams that are not just that much fat. You might be happy with that as well. So as a good replacement.
Yeah, because even if you were to even do, I mean, the best thing would be yogurt, but that might be a little bit too low fat.
Yeah.
But if you do like sour cream, right, that's 14% fat, right? So even there, if you just take a little bit of sour cream or cottage cheese, you're reducing the amount of fat by.
Yeah, we realize how much
lot.
stuff all those products come from milk. So they mix really well together. And like the other day, we were talking about mixing like juice and carbonated water.
Yep.
Half and half. You're doing 50% better if you cut that butter maybe by half. if too much fat is becoming a problem, cut the butter by half, mix with that butter with maybe yogurt. You certainly have a heavier yogurt.
There's one thing that you could do too is you could take the butter, and then if you blend it, like take a little piece, and then if you make like a whipped butter, if you add in something else that like a little bit of yogurt or something that has just a little bit of fat, you kind of make like a whipped butter, right? So then you're reducing the amount of fat within the whole context, right? So even if you put 2% milk or even 3% milk in it, then again, half of it's butter, half of it's 3%. So you're actually lowering the amount of the actual fat within it, right? And everyone likes really whipped butter too.
Yeah.
Right? So it has
all that is different ways to use butter so that we can avoid the hydrogenated or the trans fats. Yeah. That would be the margarine and shortening, all those things.
You don't want
baking.
Don't take those. Don't use those.
Yeah, or for deep frying chicken. Oh, those are what we call trans fats. So hydrogenated, they manipulate the molecules of hydrogen to make it more stable in room temperature. Right? So all the oils like this olive oil or seed oil, see the liquid in room temperature. So they try to make it similar to butter, more stable in room temperature. So they need that chemical process. And you might have heard a lot about like replacing margarine. Like consuming margarine instead of butter was great, good for your heart health. But in the end, everybody realized that it was causing more problems than the butter that it was trying to replace in the first place.
Yep.
So you have to avoid trans fats. Nowadays we have the partially hydrogenated fats that would be officially the trans fats that were banned in Canada. So you won't find that in any product in Canada. But then you're gonna find it's fully hydrogenated fats. Those are not considered trans. It's still being used. Okay. Plus another number of other processed fats that are used. When you look at the ingredients of a pack of bread in the grocery store, you're gonna see
a lot of different names that you don't know.
A lot of different names you don't know. So when the industry is trying to replace something that was banned, they will find other ways to do it.
Yes.
And it's not gonna be just the most natural one. There's other processed options.
Creating margarine based on your points of creating margarine and those type of replacements is actually much cheaper to produce as well, right? Because
cheaper, more stable.
Way cheaper. It's more stable. The shelf life is much longer. I don't even think margarine goes bad.
But those usually it's margarine and shortening, the most common types that we see out there. Yeah. But when you look at baked goods, so it's bread, cakes, muffins, they will have some sort of.
Usually those cases, it's much better to get those from local sources. I mean, everything from local, obviously. But if you were to go to like a local bakery or any local areas, it's gonna be more unlikely that they'll be using those type of things, right? Because it's something to stabilize it for a long period of time, or expanding the shelf life, or making sure that it's solid at room temperature, like Daniel was saying. So getting local products, especially like local good quality products, is really important too. So if you guys want to know too about some local good fats that we have here in Moncton, just comment down below, ask any questions and stuff too. But if you have any more questions too, or again, if you want a copy of the GoodFats 101, and then just comment down below GoodFats 101, and then we'll send it to you.
Have a great week, everyone.
You have a great week. See you next time.